in this role.
She's very visionary, very strategic, and her vision has always been about what's best for Edmonton. She's really paved the way for Edmonton Public Library to continue to thrive into the 21st century.
I was born in Edmonton. I've lived here all my life. I love this city. I never had a desire to move anywhere else. Growing up, I was a reader, one of those kids with flashlight under the covers, because I just could never put a book down. I was always first in line at the public library. But I didn't have an ambition to go to university. It just wasn't anything that was on my radar or my parents' radar.
Oh, I remember her battle of will with Mom when she was very young. And just a real independence person, wasn't she? I don't know. She questioned authority, I guess, a lot of times.
I think she was eager to get into the world. It was the 60s, right? I think she just wanted to get out there and be part of it all.
If you look in my high school yearbook, my ambition is to be a secretary and travel. I became the assistant to Bruce Peel, who was then the chief librarian at the University of Alberta. At that time, the university allowed you to take evening courses free. And I saw there was the course called The English Novel, and it was being taught by Dr. George Baldwin. Changed my life completely. I fell in love with him as an instructor. I fell in love with the material, and I just knew I had to do more of it. So I started taking more and more and more night classes. That's when I decided to quit my job and go to school full time to get my Bachelor of Arts in English. That was the best time of my life. I loved the learning. I loved all the different ideas. I loved being with the students. I loved being on campus. I learned more than just how to get a job at the university. I guess I learned how to be a person, how to be a better person.
She wants, and I think wanted always, to make a difference. And I think she found that place in libraries.
It was the whole nature of public libraries helping people, helping them to find information, opening doors for them the way that doors were opened for me by the university. I wanted to be that person that helped change people's lives. My ambition was to be the CEO of Edmonton Public Library. I didn't really know it at the time. I just knew that public library is where I wanted to be eventually.
Under Linda's leadership, she was able to work with City Council and the mayors to bring about many more libraries. EPL is the second most visited program in Edmonton. First is West Edmonton Mall, and then EPL.
We were the first library in North America to implement a system-wide community-led philosophy, so that is that librarians are embedded in the community. We're not just, it's not about the bricks and mortar, it's about our people, building relationships. We're now in the process of purchasing our third literacy van, and again, it's similar to community-led, bringing out the services to those communities that don't have bricks and mortar libraries. Welcome Baby, we distribute literacy kits through the public health units, and it's been such success.
To have won the Library of the Year 2014, the first public library in Canada ever to receive that award, we only got there because we took risks, and my staff was willing to take those risks with me because I certainly didn't do it on my own.
She was the first ever Indigenous librarian. We were the first library in Canada to have social workers.
Everybody is our customer. So that homeless person that comes in the door, he or she is our customer as well. We had to have something to offer them. And so we hired social workers to actually walk around the library and see if there was some way that they could help some of these people. We have success story after success story. One in particular, a fellow who was an alcoholic. He was homeless. He came in, he worked with our social workers. He's now at the University of Alberta in his second year. And he attributes his success to having someone who wasn't there to tell him what he was doing wrong and what he should be doing right, but someone who just sat and listened to his story.
It was actually making a difference in the lives of some of those people. And I think that's what a public library does. Good, old-fashioned, if I can use that phrase, solid public service.
Above all, realize that staff, no matter what kind of library you work in, are your most important resource. They are the front line. They are the face of your organization.
She, like many of us, has failed retirement.
She's on numerous boards that serve our community, and she really has a strong interest in giving back, and she's an inspiration.
To a university education when I was young, because the board exemplifies how how one small detour in my life plan changed forever the person that I eventually became. As you saw in the video, that detour was an evening class I took for general interest at the University of Alberta called the English novel taught by Dr. George Baldwin. The importance of post-secondary education was not apparent to me until Dr. Baldwin's course changed the pathway of my life to one of complete fulfillment. The caliber of his teaching and his encouragement to continue in academia took me down a path that has resulted in this wonderful honor tonight. As CEO of the Edmonton Public Library, I was so very proud to have been part of something that helped transform lives by being welcoming to everyone and offering services that were both traditional and unique. My executive team at EPL, Pilar Martinez, now the CEO, Gaston Lanai, Mike Lewis, and Therese McCauley were instrumental in the many successes our library system enjoyed, as were the many board members who supported us. We always worked as a team, and I believe that was the secret to our success. We made decisions together, we tried new things, we had confidence in each other, we had passion for what we did, and we always put the customer first. There are many other people who have made a difference to my career and to EPL's success, but 4 in particular need to be highlighted. Former Mayor Stephen Mandel had the vision, the courage, and the downright stubbornness to begin the process of turning our used-to-be town into a first-class city. He has left such an important legacy to this city that will never be forgotten. Current Mayor Don Iveson believed in the vision of Edmonton as a great city, and he lives that vision every day. The respect that he enjoys locally, nationally, and internationally with all levels of government appears to come naturally to him. He makes us proud of ourselves and our city. The man who most inspired my career at EPL is Stan Milner. A modest man of few words, my initial introduction to him was during my first week on the job as CEO when he invited me for lunch. The wisdom he imparted that afternoon stayed with me during my tenure at EPL and was instrumental in helping me forge positive relationships with staff, city councillors, and the business community. His support for all things library, and me in particular, are so very much appreciated. He has been and continues to be such an important part of Edmonton's story, our history, and our future. And finally, the woman who was instrumental in helping me understand how important it was to take risks every now and then if you wanted to move something forward. Dr. Sheila Bertram, former director of the School of Library and Information Studies at this university. She showed by word and deed that the word no can be changed to a yes when one is brave enough to question the status quo. I came to learn that success in any form does not come by standing still or flying under the radar. It is accomplished through hard, consistent work and by overcoming what may seem like insurmountable obstacles. My career has literally been my life, and I could not have asked for more. However, as with all of us here, career holds a back seat when it comes to friends and family. My late brother and 2 sisters provided me with 6 nephews, of who I am very proud, and along with my 2 sisters are the most important people in my life. And my final thanks go to this first-class University of Alberta. As I have mentioned, the university education was never on my radar, and I'm so very grateful that I was afforded the opportunity to dip my toe into academia and then wholeheartedly become a proud graduate of a university with such an exemplary teaching and research reputation. I have indeed been fortunate, and am so grateful for everything that this university and this city has given me. Thank you.